So, Tia, could you do the I Sir for Happy?
Yes.
And what are y'all's favorites arcs so far?
Tell me when you're ready. I Sir! Favorite arc?
Oh,
Right down there.
favorite arc?
Sorry. Oh, thus far? Oh, I don't know. The Michelle Lobster arc, because I haven't mentioned it yet.
Yeah.
So
Celestial Club.
is it called? Otherwise arc? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That one!
Same.
With the Bizarros, yeah.
I like the one with Deliora.
Yeah, with your song.
Yes, that
Yeah.
one. That was a lot of fun. Because then we did an extra song for it. It was amazing. I'll let Tyler tell the story though, because he tells it so much better.
Yes, Edalus art, for sure.
Same.
I've always liked the Galuna Island arc too, because I guess that was the Deliora arc. That's the same one, yeah. Because like that's when it started to get a little darker. You know, like the Everloop stuff was kind of silly, and then I don't know. I guess like the next one was a little darker, but then it's like, oh, like some stuff happened to these people. Yeah, and so yeah, Newt had the line that he had to take home with him, which was, do you remember what that line was?
Bound and determined to defeat Deliora.
Yeah, I'm bound and determined to defeat Deliora.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, you're taking that one home with you.
Yeah, I had to work on that for about a week.
And so, like, we talk about doing a special feature, and Newt plays guitar and sings, and I play drums. So we wrote a song about Deliora and Gray. Like, I think I was out walking my dogs, and we just texted each other back the messages. And if you get volume, whatever volume that's on, one of the bonus is us doing a song together. It was like Dell's Dying. Yeah. It's like a country song. Yeah. And then we did a song on one of the last volumes as well. So look for that. I'm playing the bucket. Yeah. And the kazoo. The bucket and the kazoo. And Newt's on the guitar. And it kind of has like a gypsy kind of swing to it. It's pretty awesome.
Yep.
So after the final volume, are you guys gonna cut like a full album?
We need to make a FairyTail themed album.
Yeah. Concept.
Thanks for roping us into that.
You're welcome.
Yeah. I did think about that at one point.
I think it would be so cool.
You know, you could do like a song about the Tower of Heaven or something, you know. And
we need
anyway.
something to remember the show by when we don't get to record it.
Yeah. Last season.
Oh, what do you guys think?
Woo!
Yeah, well, there'll be something. Any other questions? Yeah, you got a question? Uh-huh. Oh, her right there, and then we'll get to you.
So we heard Sherman's story of how she got recruited. Can I hear everyone else's story on how they got recruited into FairyTail? And I guess for Tyler, how did you got roped into directing?
You roped it.
Well, you know, like I don't know. I didn't know much about FairyTail when we talked about me working on it, and I'd been working on some different types of shows, some other we just done Hero Tales, right? Mm-hmm. And like some other kind of more shows where I don't know, the tone was a little bit different, and like Phantom and stuff like that, some like kind of darker stuff, and so I didn't know much about it, and I was like, FairyTail, that sounds kind of silly, you know, like. And then I started reading the manga and watching the Japanese, and it seemed like they had a lot going on for it. And then we had about a week's worth of auditioning, and then over time, it's been 277 episodes and 2 movies that we've done, so it's a lot of FairyTail. Yep. So, and directing and writing the scripts for them, it's just a lot of FairyTail.
I auditioned, and then I cried for 43 weeks. Or no, it's not really weeks anymore. For 43 episodes when I wasn't in it, and then I was really happy when Tyler called me in, and I got to join the FairyTail crew. It was very exciting. So I auditioned for all the original roles like that. I think there were like the Lucy, the Happy, the ones that started out the show. You know. But then I guess you were just saving it for me. I don't know.
There's something down the line. Yeah, y'all are both second seasons.
Yeah, we auditioned a little later. I auditioned in my closet, and you could hear my cat in the background. Because anytime that I would, like, if I scream, she really likes it, and she wants to bite me. And so she was trying to get through the door during my audition while I was Sky Dragon roaring.
That's how we got the idea.
It was like in the background, meow, meow, meow. It was like, was that your cat? Yes. Do not edit that out.
Well, yeah, Tyler kind of talked about this a minute ago, but we were working on Hero Tales, and that show. Yeah, bless you, bless you.
Thank you.
Make sure you wash your hands. Flu's running rampant. We were doing Hero Tales, and that show, I mean, it was so much screaming all the time. My voice, like, I think dropped a few octaves after doing that show. So the particular time that I auditioned for FairyTail, I was just like, what? No, man, I'm not working with you ever again. Because my voice was just like, yeah. But then Tyler, like, you know, said, well, that's too bad, you're going to. And I said, yeah, I guess I will. So we went in, and after he had given me the parts, and after reading them, I was just like, ooh, narrator. He's got a nice, very gentle voice. He opens up the show. The show happens. He doesn't come back again until the end, or maybe the beginning. I was like, that's perfect. And then he explained to me about with Todd, and he wanted to give me this opportunity to, you know, be in this massive show that's just been really awesome. So I'm very, very lucky.
I remember auditioning, and I auditioned for Urza, if you can believe it, and then Lucy. But then Happy was pretty much love at first Icer, and and I think it was either Christmas Day or really around Christmas, I got a Facebook message from Tyler saying, hey, you want to be a little blue cat? And I was over the moon. I didn't know what an honor it was until I really started looking into it and realized, wow, what a blessing. Oh my goodness. And yeah, so it was like a Christmas present. It was great. It just keeps on giving.
Oh yeah, I did the same thing, auditioned. Didn't think I was gonna get cast, and then Tyler sent me the message. I was like, cool, okay. And then obviously you guys know what happened after that.
I think one of the awesome things about working with Tyler, because he's probably mostly the only person I've really worked with, like the most that I've worked with. He gave me my chance. He's the one that like brought me in as the new guy, and he's very, it's not, you know, a lot of shows that you audition for, things that you do, you get cast, you go, but with Tyler, it's so detailed, and he helps you get, like, I don't know, I just remember sitting like hours in the studio, and I would be like, what are you talking about? This is what? And then once I see the whole thing laid down, I was like, oh my gosh, he might be a genius. But he gets you there, and I think working with someone like me who came in pretty much brand new, like I've done theater and some film stuff, and I'm really not even that great at that, but he kind of molded me into being something to where I could actually go and work with other people. And he doesn't just say, oh, here's your role, you're great, blah, blah, blah. He's like, well, there's a reason, I'm telling you, because of the way that Todd is and his voice, and then the character that he, and like gives me this big explanation, and I'm just sitting there like grinning like an idiot, like I don't care, I'm glad I'm here. So, yeah.
Yeah, I just want to comment that I also went to the Tyler Walker School of Anime because he gave me my first big role, so he basically taught me everything that I know, and that was in Ghost Hunt, and so that was when I was like, I don't know how to do any, like even breathing, like at all, any of it, yeah. So I appreciate his approach to detail in that manner. Thank you.
Well,
Take care.
Yeah, it's crazy thinking back on some of those, and like, you know, like we had some tough sessions early on, you know, all of us. You know, like just you kind of have to figure it out a little bit, you know, and like the reason I cast you in Phantom at the time is because no one knew who you were.
Yeah.
And like, so I cast like you and Lindsay Seidel, who were like, you know, she was like still in high school, and like It's because no one knew who y'all were, and y'all were supposed to not have any identities.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's always casting is like always a lot of fun. It's just a huge puzzle, and of course I didn't know like FairyTail was going to be like a massive show. But hey,
There's
I don't
plenty of times I'd look back and be like, Tyler, I think you may have made a mistake with this casting choice with me. And he gets you there no matter what. Even when you don't see it, he sees it and he pushes you.
I think that's the sign of a good director, for sure. Able to pull things out of you and see potential that you didn't even realize you have. And Fairy Tail is one of those shows that, with like One Piece, 1 million people have touched it, but this is Tyler Walker's show.
Yeah.
And I think that's really cool and really rare.
Well, he's also not just directed me and worked with me as an actor, but he also worked with me as a writer.
Oh, yeah.
I wrote a couple of episodes, and I had to heavily rely on him to help me choose the right words and make sure that nothing was repeating. And so I really just can't say enough about the fact that he cares about the product. I think oftentimes because anime moves so quickly and we have to get it out, people say like, just dub it and move on. You don't need to know the context of things you're not involved in, and Tyler will always give you as much context, as much explanation, and then more than you think you need, and it affects the performance incredibly. So.
And then you get like just like an open mouth, like small breath.
Yes. Yeah.
And so I want you to go, yeah, it's been awesome being able to write it and stuff. And then like writing, it was the head writer, so Cherami would turn their scripts and I would edit them, and I remember saying stuff like, you can't say what on earth.
Yeah.
Because they're not on Earth, they're on Earthland.
I know.
You can't say what on Earthland or whatever, but there's all kind of like, weird things like that.
Well, what's so hard about writing for this show is they don't want anything to repeat because they don't want you hearing the same phrases over and over again. But there's so many characters, and a couple of the episodes I was writing, everybody was being shocked by something or terrified, and so there was all these montages of like 30 people going, "What? No!" And I was like, how many synonyms are there for what and no? And Tyler, is it okay that it's been 15 minutes? Can we repeat no again? Because I don't have any other words. And he was like, you can't say what on earth? And I was like, what?
You can't say power more than 20
Yeah,
times.
that's the thing. You're like, what's another word for power?
Yeah. It's like none of it really works that well. But yeah, like in that, and like especially like on the like in the tournament arc, like you'll have like like the Thunder Legion over here and they're talking about what happened, and then you have somebody over here and they're talking about what happened, and then someone over here and they're talking about what happened, and they're not talking to each other, they're just describing what you just saw. And so it's like, wow, he just turned into a lizard, and it's like, oh, did you see me turned into a lizard? Oh, I heard that Elfman turned into a lizard.
When you read the translation, the translation is always, oh, he's a lizard.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a lizard. Like 8 times. Or they'll say, what power?
Yeah.
What power?
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, man, help me.
He's Automan. Yeah. What else? Who else got something? Yeah. Yes.
The FairyTail Guild had a rock band. What would its members be and what instrument would they play?
Oh, good question. I think Connor would be a groupie.
Yeah, Gajil would definitely be on guitar. I'd say Bixlow would be backing vocals because he's got his little chorus with him.
That's fair.
What do you think?
I don't know why I feel like Natsu would be on drums, but I don't know.
Because he's like
awesome.
Animal. Because he's like Animal from Muppets.
I feel like maybe Carla would just, I don't know, have like one triangle.
I was going to say she'd be the triangle.
Or she'd be like the manager,
Yeah. Oh, that's great.
tour manager.
Yes.
What do you think, Nate?
I'd either say running the fog machine or restringing the guitars for Gajil, maybe getting it in tune for him. Yeah, that's it.
I feel like you'd be on the keyboard.
Yeah.
Who's lead vocal?
Maybe Lucy?
Yeah.
Yeah,
These
you can
two
get
right
Lyra
here.
to do it. You can do Lyra to do it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And not Lucy, she would find other people.
Yeah, Lucy would like like would think she's good at it. I think.
Yeah.
She'd have to be talked out of it. Yeah.
As long as Clue gets to play the.
Ah, yes.
No, Horologium
Oh,
will be.